What's up, guys? Today we're talking about some sort of a finger sensor beep thing for your Mercedes. And at the end of this video, go through the price and then the official Mercedes document. But now let's get started with this video.
If your Mercedes-Benz EQB is experiencing a constant, maddening beeping sound from the center console, do not replace the expensive center console touchpad assembly until you check the TPAD software version. Doing so is an incredibly common, expensive mistake that will not solve your issue. It is extremely tempting to throw parts at this highly annoying problem. When your luxury electric vehicle begins beeping endlessly down the road, it can drive you absolutely crazy. Many owners assume the physical touchpad has failed, or that some sticky coffee spilled inside the mechanism. Others assume a scratched sensor face is to blame. This leads drivers to buy entire replacement touchpads online or spray contact cleaner directly into the console. Some even try to pull fuses, hoping to silence the cabin. Unfortunately, pulling that fuse often kills your entire infotainment system, leaving you in the dark. Replacing the physical touchpad hardware is just as useless. The actual root of the problem is a hidden software defect. Specifically, this bug resides inside the A105 touchpad control unit. This affects several Mercedes-Benz models from 2022 through 2024. This includes the EQB 304 MATIC, the EQB 354 MATIC, and the EQB 250 Plus, along with other platform-sharing models. Mercedes-Benz officially recognized this widespread nuisance in Technical Service Bulletin LI 8.2.00-P-080103. The document specifically targets the biometric fingerprint sensor, which has option code 321. To understand why this happens, we have to look closely at the physics of capacitive sensing. The touchpad relies on a highly sensitive grid of capacitive electrodes to detect your finger. Capacitive sensors function by projecting a tiny, localized electrostatic field across the surface of the glass. When your finger approaches, your body's natural conductivity alters this electrostatic field. This change in capacitance is incredibly small, measured in tiny fractions of a picofarad. The A105 touchpad microcontroller monitors these minor changes constantly. It runs an algorithm to differentiate between a real touch, static electricity, and normal ambient air moisture. The design fails because of a major flaw in this firmware's detection threshold logic. Over time, the software's baseline threshold drifts out of calibration due to normal environmental changes. It gets permanently stuck in a high-capacitance state, misinterpreting ambient noise as an active finger. In the automotive diagnostics world, we call this a ghost touch or a phantom input loop. The sensor is entirely convinced that a human finger is resting flat on the scanner. Because the system registers a constant physical touch, it immediately triggers the MBUX biometric profile system. It tries to scan the fingerprint to load your personalized driver settings. But there is no actual finger on the pad, so there are no physical fingerprint ridges to scan. The MBUX system repeatedly fails to authenticate this non-existent phantom fingerprint pattern. This continuous loop of trying and failing to recognize a finger triggers the system's acoustic feedback. The car emits a constant, rapid beeping tone through the cabin speakers. It is a safety alert designed to tell you the fingerprint scan failed. But because the touch is permanent, the warning beep is continuous and completely inescapable. On forums like Reddit, frustrated owners describe this issue as a form of sensory torture. Some have tried covering the sensor with electrical tape or thick paper, hoping to block it. Others have scrubbed the sensor face with isopropyl alcohol, thinking a layer of dirt was triggering it. But because the fault is pure software logic, physical barriers and cleaning do absolutely nothing. You cannot fix this with an over-the-air update, and you cannot fix it with a standard MBUX factory reset. The update must be flashed directly to the local memory of the A105 touchpad module. To execute this repair properly, a highly specific step-by-step diagnostic and programming procedure is required in the shop. It all starts with stabilizing the vehicle's electrical system. Even though the EQB is an electric vehicle, it still relies on a standard 12-volt auxiliary battery. This auxiliary battery powers all the low-voltage computers, including the infotainment and touchpad. Before flashing any firmware, we must connect a professional, clean-power battery stabilizer like a Fronius system. We set it to maintain a steady output of 13.8 to 14 volts. If the voltage dips even slightly while writing new code to the flash memory, the module can brick. A bricked A105 control unit will require physical replacement, turning a free software fix into a costly repair. Next, we connect the official Mercedes-Benz Exentry diagnostic scanner directly to the vehicle's OBD2 port under the dashboard. We boot up the diagnostic software and run a full network scan. The technician will navigate through the vehicle's control unit tree to locate the A105 touchpad module. Once selected, we query the module's current hardware and software part numbers. Interestingly, you will rarely find any active diagnostic trouble codes stored in the system for this issue. This is because the touchpad honestly believes a finger is resting on it, which is normal behavior. We then initiate the SCN, or software calibration number, programming sequence through the X-entry system. This process establishes a secure connection to the Mercedes-Benz central database. The system downloads the corrected firmware payload, specifically designed to resolve the threshold drift bug. X-entry then begins flashing the internal EEPROM of the A105 module. This new software update completely rewrites the touch detection algorithms and sensor calibration baselines. It increases the threshold required to trigger an active input, filtering out minor electrostatic noise. Once the programming progress bar hits 100%, the technician must perform a hard reset on the module. This forces the touchpad to boot up with its brand new operating parameters. We then run a manual sensor calibration sequence to establish a fresh baseline for the capacitive grid. After that, we clear any temporary communication codes that popped up during the flashing process. Finally, we disconnect the battery stabilizer and perform a thorough real-world test of the fingerprint reader. We enroll a driver's finger, test the profile switching, and verify the cabin is completely silent. Let's talk about the physics of why this software bug is so sensitive to environmental changes. Capacitive sensors are highly vulnerable to shifts in temperature, humidity, and even static electricity. When winter air gets very dry, your body holds a much higher static charge than in the summer. This dry air alters the dielectric constant of the immediate environment around the sensor. Without the corrected software, the old algorithms could not adapt to these seasonal shifts in ambient capacitance. It perceived this normal dry air static buildup as a constant heavy finger press. This environmental sensitivity explains why many owners find the beeping is highly intermittent at first. It might only start screaming on freezing cold mornings or incredibly humid afternoons. This makes it incredibly frustrating to diagnose at a dealership, where heated bays can temporarily dissipate the charge. The service advisor might write "could not replicate," sending you home with the same issue. This is why referencing Technical Service Bulletin LI82.00-P-0801003 is absolutely critical when you visit the shop. It gives the technician a direct path to the solution without needing to replicate the noise. Now, let's talk about what this repair is actually going to cost you out of pocket. If your Mercedes-Benz EQB is still covered under the factory 4-year or 50,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, this entire fix is completely free. Since there is an official technical service bulletin, the dealership will execute the software update under warranty. They will cover both the diagnostic hookup fee and the flashing labor. However, if your warranty has expired, you will have to pay for the technician's labor time. Since this is a software-only repair, you will not have to buy any physical parts. An independent shop utilizing an official Mercedes-Benz diagnostic system will typically charge between $100 and $150. This covers about an hour of labor to connect the stabilizer, boot the scanner, and flash the module. If you take it to an authorized Mercedes-Benz dealership, expect the total to land between $150 and $250. This higher cost reflects the dealership's premium labor rates for diagnostic and programming work. Never let a shop charge you for a brand new touchpad assembly, which can easily cost over $1,000. Always demand they flash the A105 touchpad software first, as outlined in the manufacturer service bulletin. Have you dealt with this incredibly annoying beeping sound in your own Mercedes EQB? Let me know your experience in the comments below, and please like and subscribe for more real-world diagnostic fixes.
Thank you, guys. Let's go ahead and look at this document. Bum, bum, bum. Don't disappear on me. Okay, pause. Okay, here we go. Boom, PDF. This is a Mercedes saying the fingerprint sensor beeps continuously, does not function. There's your different models. Model 118, 167, 177, 243, 247. With SA code 321. Complaints. A finger is permanently detected, although none is present, but it is not identified. Ghost function. So there's a constant beep tone because no valid finger is triggered and therefore no correspondent user profile can be assigned. Software bug in A105 touchpad. You guys can read the disclaimer if you so choose to. And X-entry. That's it. That's not much to it, but Mercedes-Benz. Boom, boom. There you go. Well, guys, thanks so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.